The Champion's Stare. After winning the Motorball Championship, Alita becomes a celebrity in Iron City. But her victory means more than fame. It grants her a direct ticket to Zalem. She lifts her blade skyward, silently challenging Nova, whose eyes peer down from above. Though Zalem remains silent, Alita senses that the real game has just begun. Meanwhile, Vector's remaining allies start regrouping in the shadows. She begins preparing for the dangerous ascent with the help of Dr. Ito and new allies. Her goal is simple: reach Zalem, confront Nova, and uncover the truth. The Lost Files. Ito reveals a cache of URM black box data he had hidden for years, fragments of Alita's memories. The data reveals a brief glimpse of her time on Mars and a top-secret mission involving Nova. Alita sees herself as a commander, leading a URM strike force toward Earth's floating cities. The realization that she once intended to destroy Zalem shakes her. Ito warns her that Nova may already be manipulating her again. She wonders if she's a weapon of war or a savior in waiting. The resistance rises. Rumors swirl that a growing underground resistance opposes Zalem's rule. Alita tracks down a group of rebels hiding beneath Iron City. They are cyber-enhanced and battle-scarred, veterans of past attempts to challenge Zalem. Their leader, a mysterious warrior named 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗏, knew Alita from before the fall. 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗏 mistrusts her, calling her the Blade of Doom for the destruction she once brought. Alita must prove she is no longer a pawn. Together, they begin crafting a new plan to reach Zalem, not just for vengeance, but liberation. Cybernetic Inquisition. Zalem's enforcers, elite cyborg assassins known as the Inquisitors, descend into Iron City to eliminate threats. One targets Ito's clinic, killing several of his patients and wounding him. Alita confronts the assassin in a brutal battle through the slums, narrowly defeating him. She recovers his data core, which includes encrypted orders from Nova. The mission: destroy any trace of URM tech, especially Alita. This confirms Nova fears her return, but also that she still doesn't understand her full potential. Hugo's Ghost. Alita returns to Hugo's memorial, haunted by memories of him and plagued by guilt. Nova uses this weakness to manipulate her through neurointerference tech. She begins experiencing vivid dreams and hallucinations where Hugo warns her not to go to Zalem. She doubts herself, unsure if the memories are her own or planted. Ito builds her a new neuroshield to protect her mind. She must learn to trust her instincts over her emotions, a battle harder than any motorball match. Through the Spire, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗏 and the rebels help Alita locate a long-abandoned URM elevator system hidden beneath the Iron City ruins. The passage once connected directly to Zalem before the fall severed it. It's guarded by ancient defense systems and monstrous cyborg sentinels, relics of the Great War. As they battle upward, Alita unlocks more fragments of her past. She remembers standing against Nova in battle once before and losing. The ascent proves more dangerous than expected as one of the rebels betrays them. 𝗕𝗿𝗶𝘁𝗶𝘆. The traitor, a cyber-enhanced woman named Lucia, was promised citizenship in Zalem by Nova. She disables the elevator's power core, causing a mid-ascent crash into a hidden research lab. Trapped and injured, Alita must protect the surviving rebels while repairing the elevator. Inside the lab, she uncovers disturbing experiments, failed attempts to recreate her berserker body. It's clear Nova has been trying to clone her. Lucia dies trying to stop a defense system she didn't understand, leaving Alita to finish what she started. Zalem unveiled. Alita finally breaks through Zalem's outer defenses and sees the floating city up close. It's pristine but eerily silent, a society of elites who live through proxies, their bodies decayed or synthetic. She navigates its sterile streets, discovering the twisted beauty and oppression hiding beneath. Drones monitor every move. No one confronts her directly, but she feels Nova watching. The city is run by a central AI, partially fused with Nova's consciousness. She prepares for a confrontation. The Mind Labyrinth. To reach Nova's core lab, Alita must pass through a psychological defense field called the Mind Labyrinth. It manifests her fears, doubts, and memories as real enemies. She faces illusions of Ito, Hugo, and even herself, twisted versions questioning her purpose. Fighting through the maze forces her to confront her guilt and identity. When she emerges, her will is sharper than ever. She's no longer the lost girl from the scrapyard. She's a warrior reborn. Nova's game. Nova appears to her at last, not in person, but through a humanoid avatar. He invites her to participate in a final challenge, a battle in the core arena of Zalem. If she wins, she can destroy the central AI and free the city. If she loses, her mind and body will be absorbed into his next project. He reveals he's cloned parts of her neurobrain to enhance his synthetic soldiers. Alita accepts, but declares she will not play by his rules. Arena of the Damned. In a massive cybernetic coliseum, Alita battles waves of Nova's enhanced gladiators. Each opponent mimics an enemy from her past, forcing her to rely on strategy as much as strength. The arena is broadcast secretly to Zalem's citizens, many of whom cheer her on in defiance. Ksylin and the rebels hack into the system to shut down Nova's surveillance. Alita wins, but Nova unleashes his final weapon, an unstable, Alita-based prototype with her abilities but none of her humanity. The Mirror Fight. The prototype, named Alita Null, is a terrifying echo, faster, colder, merciless. Their battle tears through Zalem's core. Alita must outthink, not just outfight her. She uses her empathy as a weapon, forcing Null to question her programming mid-battle. In a shocking turn, Null hesitates and sacrifices herself to save Alita from a lethal strike by Nova. The clone's final words, "I chose my own path." The fall of Nova. Alita storms the central tower and confronts the real Nova, a twisted fusion of man and machine. Their final battle is chaotic, intimate, and painful. Nova reveals that he created the war to force human evolution. Alita disables his neural link and destroys the AI core, but not before Nova warns, others will come. Zalem was only the beginning. The tower collapses as Alita leaps to safety. Zalem crashes. With its core systems destroyed, Zalem begins to fall from the sky. Alita races to warn the rebels and evacuate as much of the city as she can. Using remnants of flight tech, she and Ksylin guide refugees to safety. Zalem crashes into the outskirts of Iron City, triggering massive damage but also destroying the power hierarchy. The age of floating cities ends with thunder and flame. Aftermath. Iron City reels from the destruction. Thousands are displaced, but for the first time in generations, the people of the city above and below are united. Ksylin and the rebels help establish a council of equals. Alita becomes a symbol, not just of revolution, but of choice. She declines leadership, saying she must find her own peace. Ito, recovered from his wounds, embraces her as his daughter in spirit. Legacy unearthed. In the ruins of Zalem, Alita finds a hidden satellite beacon transmitting into deep space. She discovers a signal from Mars, survivors of her old unit calling her name. A message reveals a greater enemy, the creators of Nova's technology, an alien race that once influenced Earth's wars. They are coming to reclaim what was left behind. Earth is not ready. The awakening. Alita must decide. Stay and help rebuild Earth, or journey to Mars to face the shadows of her past. She chooses to go, but not alone. Ksylin and a small team of volunteers pledge to follow. Ito hands her the core of Null, who may be revivable. Alita gazes at the stars, her heart torn but resolute. A new war looms, but this time, she'll be ready. Departure. With a salvaged starship, Alita and her crew launch into orbit. Iron City watches as their ship disappears into the night sky. Nova's final words echo. The cycle never ends, unless you break it. Alita clutches a shard of her old Damascus blade, a symbol of what was and what could be. Mars awaits, and with it, the future of humanity. The stinger scene. In a post-credits stinger, a mysterious figure awakens deep beneath Iron City, a cybernetic being with glowing red eyes. He watches a hologram of Alita in battle, then whispers, "The angel has risen. Now, the Reaper must follow." He activates a hidden army stored since the fall. The next phase has begun. Title reveal. In silence, glowing letters appear on screen. Alita, the last war, coming soon. From Mars, survivors of her old unit calling her name. A message reveals a greater enemy. The creators of Nova's technology, an alien race that once influenced Earth's wars. They're coming to reclaim what was left behind. Earth is not ready. The awakening. Alita